ahead.
Didn't Obama sign some kind of an abortion bill? A woman can abort anytime.
He vetoed, actually it was Clinton that vetoed the partial birth abortion.
Yes.
Obama, and I tried to put this on websites when he was getting elected, and as soon as I put it up, it'd get deleted, and then I tried to put it on Wikipedia, and it got deleted. And this is history, so it belongs. It belongs there if it belongs anywhere. He actually vetoed a bill called the Infant Born Alive Protection Act. Now, it even came out of my trial. It's a little more common than what you think. When I lost my nursing license, I had to speed up because I was running out of time.
Hey guys, somebody's taking pictures outside.
Oh, I don't care. They can
No,
take
me,
my
that's
picture.
me.
No, it was just a reflection.
Yeah, anyways, they got my picture so left. If you Google my name, you'll see 50 pictures and 70 pages. Anyways, in my trial, when I lost my nursing license, there was a nurse, and it's in my book, so you can read more there, but I'll just bring you up to speed a little. There was a nurse by the name of Lorna Alquist who actually worked with me, and I never remembered her. There was a lot of these pro-abort NDP nurses. In addition to saying that I was an extremist, they said they felt unsafe on the floor with me. They said that I made fanatic statements that scared them. The truth is I tried not to talk about my views. As my friend can testify, you had to go on the internet to get offended. I did not bring my views to work. And in fact, I even have a philosophical opposition to that. I know that the health district does not necessarily agree with my views. They're paying my paycheck. I'm not there to evangelize. I'm there to do my job. Now, I get the right to evangelize afterwards. What was bothering these nurses is that I evangelized after work. And they were also laying incompetence complaints on me. And the government has raised a generation of snitches, and you can even lie and not get in trouble. And some of their stuff was absolute rubbish, absolutely untrue. I managed on beating most of it, but they'd say that I was pouring urine on patients, that I was smacking them in the face when I was trying to eat them, when I was trying to feed them. Just horrible, hideous stuff, and none of that did I ever get convicted of. None of it.
If they're using it as evidence against you, then it's slander.
It is libel, but and I've been fighting a libel case with the CBC. I didn't even get into that. And if you got $100,000, you can fight it. If you don't fight it.
Small claims.
Pardon? Libel is actually Court of Queen's Bench. It's not small claims. But anyways.
What is defamation. You can sue that in small claims. That's up to $25,000.
No, you can't. It's a civil thing. I know all about it. I've got 2 libel cases. I pick my battles. It's the big stuff. CBC, not nasty nurses. Anyways, I did win in a sense. They never did get me for that. They finally had to get me for being a political extremist and hindering healthcare by talking about abortion. So what's my point? There was a nurse who saw me, and she knew I had a good bedside manner. She knew what the quality of my work was, and she was pretty courageous. She actually lost her license a few years later. I'm going to guess it's partly due to my stuff. She won, and she's now getting paid as we speak, even though she no longer works. So I'm glad for her. But her name was Lorna Alquist, and part of the reason why she wanted to come to my aid, it was twofold. Number one, she believed I was a good nurse. She was an RN. She was in charge of me, and she believed that most of the stuff was malicious and that I had a right to work. The other thing is she was actually very guilt-ridden. She assisted with abortions prior to knowing me. She assisted with abortions in the Regina General Hospital, where babies came out alive. Now, it's very rare that it happens, but it happens more than you think. When you're doing second trimester babies and you pull them out, their heart is sometimes still beating, so they're sometimes crying in the bedpan. Her job, when these things went wrong, because they consider the baby coming out alive as a mistake, she had to cut the umbilical cord and let them bleed out while they were crying. And she doesn't have a heart of stone, so this bothered her. And then it bothered her that I would fight and lose my license over this cause, and she would go along with it to make money. I think she would agree with that statement, her not being here to defend herself. But I think she knows what she did was wrong. I'll let you go in another second. So she came and testified to this, that this happened in the hospital. That is what Obama signed the bill against. In Illinois, some babies were born alive. Nurses had a problem with it, because usually nurses won't talk about this, and all of us nurses know you'll lose your job if you talk about it, so 99.9%. They got mortgages, they got kids, they won't talk. Some nurses blew the whistle on this in Illinois, and that's why the Republicans put forward a law called the Infant Born Alive Protection Act. If the abortion went wrong and the baby came out alive, you had a duty by law to provide care to that baby, and Obama vetoed that.